Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Going For Two. I am Q1 Humphreys. I want to apologize, y'all. I want to open up this video apologizing because procrastination has been something I've been dealing with for a very long time, and it really hurts in this video. I'm talking about the Charlotte Hornets. Probably the hottest team in the NBA right now. Maybe not anymore, but when I was supposed to record this video, they were on a 9-game win streak. Since then, they've lost to the Detroit Pistons, and it looks like they may start losing games because they lost 2 starters to suspension. So this video should have been out during the streak. I'm sorry. Please still like, comment, subscribe, share with your folks. Liking helps the algorithm, helps me get more eyes on my channel. So even if you don't stay the whole time, just go ahead and hit the like button, go subscribe, you know what I'm saying? We will surely have something for you eventually on this channel. Let's talk about the Charlotte Hornets. So as I said, the Charlotte Hornets won a 9-game win streak before they lost a couple nights ago to the Detroit Pistons. And like I said, after the big scuffle, the big brawl dang near that started between Jalen Duren and Musa Diabate, they're going to be without Musa Diabate and Miles Bridges for the next 4 games. And I'm gonna talk more about why that is important and why those 2 guys have been super duper important to the success of the Charlotte Hornets as this video goes along. All right, so 9 straight games. The Hornets are currently 25-29 right now. They're currently 10th in the Eastern Conference. So it's crazy they won a 9-game win streak and they still are several games under 500. But they've made the climb, They've made the climb to potentially find a way to get a home game in the play-in game. And find a way to get a home game in the AC game, potentially, if they get there. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I talked about it in my preview video for the season. I did not think the Hornets would be that good. Just because I didn't really see nothing from them, I said, this is what I said, y'all. I said, man, they always find a way to get hurt. I said, I know this video is based off of if people are healthy, but the Hornets are never healthy. Y'all, the Charlotte Hornets have been healthy this year. Brandon Miller, who missed almost all of last season, has been playing and he's been healthy. LaMelo Ball, who's been hurt for the last couple of seasons, has been healthy and he's been balling. And they look like a really good team, y'all. They look really good. Over the 9-game stretch where they were undefeated, where they went on a 9-game win streak, this was the number 2 offense in the NBA and the number 3 number 3 defense in the NBA at that time. Crazy, right? The head coach has them playing out of their minds, and they look really good. Going into last game, they were 14-6 over their last 20 games. So they've been playing really good, not just in the streak, but they got some really big wins over their streak that included San Antonio Spurs, a big win against the Rockets, the Magic, the 76ers, all playoff teams. They came out there and they beat them. Not to mention they have a big blowout win against OKC a couple of weeks ago. They kicked them out the gym. So, seeing the Charlotte Hornets play this good has been really surprising and something you like to see. Because I don't know about y'all, but I or all of us have heard about LaMelo Ball and followed LaMelo Ball since high school to overseas to the NBA. And I was real high on him being one of the top guards in this league eventually. But of course, the injuries bug just kept hitting him to where you didn't know how much LaMelo Ball you were gonna see. But I will say, when he's playing, he's a great watch, very spectacular watch. They moved him to the bench, and he just kept hooping. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention Brandon Miller. I want to say this is his 3rd year in the NBA. He's going crazy as well. It's like Brandon Miller, he's like the ultimate microwave, y'all. If you watch him, it could be a crazy Brandon Miller game or a chill Brandon Miller game. There's no in between with Brandon Miller, and heck, I love it. It's very exciting to watch. Knippel, of course, was a favorite, was a front runner for Rookie of the Year, but Cooper Flights kind of took that over. But he's still playing really, really good. In fact, I want to say he is top 5 in total threes made, which is great for this team because they needed some a lights out shooter like Knippel. He's been just that. Miles Bridges has been really good. Miles Bridges kind of been the same player for the last couple of seasons. He's a very consistent player. And then they've got great production from Musa Diabate as their 5-man. Great production from him, y'all. I mean, he is balling. I know he played a little bit with Dallas last season. That's when I first heard him, when he played with Dallas last season. But in Charlotte, he's ironed out a starting role, and they have been great with him, y'all. With the starting 5 of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Knippel, Miles Bridges, and Diabate, they have a 15-1 record. I guess it's 15-2 now because of the last loss. 15-1 with those guys. That's crazy when you look at it. That's crazy when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the run they're on now, if they wouldn't have started out as one of the worst teams in the NBA, they could have been like at least the 7 or 6 seed the way they're playing right now. But with how bad you start, you know, they dug themselves a hole, and they may not end up getting out of it. But let's talk about how they're getting this success, y'all. First of all, it's the balance of the offense, y'all. I mean, they have a great record when they have 3 guys score over 20 points. With those guys I named, that more oftentimes than not, with the way they're playing right now, 3 of those guys are scoring over 20 points between LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Con Kneppel, or Miles Bridges. They're firing on all cylinders right now. But the big thing I want to look at is defense. Because you think about the Hornets. I don't know about y'all, but when I looked at my stats, when I looked at stats on Cleaning the Glass, shout out Cleaning the Glass. When I looked at the stats, it was shocking to see they were 3rd in defensive rating. Because defense has never been something that you associated with the Charlotte Hornets. And maybe that is a reason why they have not been that good over the last several years, along with health. But for this stretch, for the last 20 games, they've been really good on defensive end. So I did more digging because they don't got no necessarily stoppers. But y'all, this team has become the best rebounding team in the NBA over that stretch. Yes, better than the Rockets, better than the Spurs, better than all these other teams. They're ending possessions by going up and getting the ball off the rim. And when you think about it, you look at the lineup that I named, that's a really big team. LaMelo Ball is your point guard. And him and Con Kneppel are probably both 6'7". So your whole team, you're bringing out 5 guys that are athletic, lanky, and going to go and get the rebound. Not to mention you got a 7-foot Kyle Brenner coming off the bench. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple of stats for y'all. Right now, at this point in the season, the Hornets are 2nd in the NBA in rebound percentage at 53%. That means 53% of the misses are being grabbed by the Charlotte Hornets. They are 3rd in the NBA in terms of offensive rebound percentage as well. That means they're creating second chance looks, y'all. Creating second chance opportunities. And with the shooters that they got and the shots that they're taking, you got to be able to create second chance opportunities. And it's just very tough to defend a team that keeps getting their own rebound. Because you get a stop, oh, we got to get another one. You get another stop, oh, we got to get another one. And that's really been the bread and butter for the Charlotte Hornets over the course of this run and really over the course of this season. Not to mention, on top of the offensive rebounds, they're shooting the ball at a very high clip, y'all. They're shooting 37% as a team from the three-point range. That is 5th in the NBA. 5th in the NBA. 5th in the NBA in three-point percentage. And 2nd in the NBA or 3rd in the NBA in offensive rebound percentage is a recipe for success, y'all. A recipe for success. And the Charlotte Hornets are getting it done. Charlotte right now is currently 10th in the Eastern Conference. They're a half game behind my Atlanta Hawks. They sound down. A half game behind my Atlanta Hawks for the 9 seed. They actually play tonight. But like I said, there will be no Miles Bridges and no Musa Diabate for the next 4 games. So I'm interested to see if they can find a way to just hold steady. Because with the Bulls losing 5 straight games, and to be honest, the Bulls look like they're finally committing to losing basketball games. So Charlotte probably will be in the play-in unless something, catastrophic happens for them. But I think it'll be good for them, man. I personally love when teams say, okay, we've had a favorable pick for several years. Let's try and go win basketball games and see how good we can get. I mean, let's go back to a couple years ago. They were able to get Brandon Miller with the 2nd pick. Then last offseason, they took Salam. Then last year they took Salam with the 8th pick, which was kind of a reach, and they're probably definitely paying for that. And then this last offseason, you go out and get Con Kneppel, who's had immediate impact on his team. I'm a believer. Okay, we've got our picks. Let's see what this group can do. Because there were questions coming into the season. Is LaMelo Ball on his way out? What's the future of this team look like? But right now, I would say the future is bright because worst case scenario, hey, you don't make the playoffs. Cool. You have your own draft pick. Maybe we go out and with this draft, if you can mess around and get a top 5 pick, you're great. But lottery pick at all in this draft, you're getting a really solid player. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Charlotte Hornets, man. Like I said, I should have got this video out during the streak, but life hit me, life happens. But that's all I got for today. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with y'all folks. Until next time, I'm going for two. We out of here. Yeah.